It is 3 o'clock in the morning. The house is completely silent. You wake up the way you almost always do now, needing the bathroom. You push back the blanket, swing your legs over the side of the bed, and stand up in the dark. And for just 1 second, the room seems to tilt. Your head feels light. Your feet aren't quite sure where the floor is. Most nights, nothing happens. You steady yourself on the nightstand, you shuffle down the hall, and you come back to bed. But it only takes one night, one wrong step, one slippery rug, one moment of dizziness. And here is the part almost nobody talks about. If you live alone, the fall itself is not the real danger. The real danger is what happens in the hours afterward, when there is no one in the house to help you back up. I want to talk to you tonight about something quiet, something that doesn't make the news, that families rarely discuss at the dinner table, and that millions of older adults face every single night without ever putting a name to it. It is the danger of the nighttime hours, when you live by yourself. And I'm not telling you this to frighten you. I'm telling you because once you understand exactly why the night is risky, and exactly what to do about it, you can take that fear and turn it into something far more useful. You can turn it into a plan. Here is the truth that the numbers tell us. Falls are the leading cause of serious injury for people over the age of 65. The great majority of those falls happen at home, in the places that feel the safest and most familiar. And a surprising share of them happen at night, in that short, dark journey between the bed and the bathroom. It is one of the most ordinary trips a person can make. You have made it 10,000 times. And that is exactly why it catches so many people off guard. So let's start with the simplest reason the night is so dangerous. You cannot see. When you get out of bed in the darkness, your eyes have not adjusted. As we get older, they adjust more slowly than they used to, and they need more light to see clearly in the first place. The edge of a doorway, a shoe left on the floor, the corner of a rug that is curled up. In daylight, these are nothing. At 2 in the morning, in the dark, with sleepy eyes, they are tripwires. But poor lighting is only the beginning. There is something happening inside your body too. When you have been lying down for hours and then suddenly stand up, your blood pressure can drop for a few seconds. Doctors call it orthostatic hypotension, but you don't need the fancy name. You just need to know the feeling. That wave of lightheadedness. That gray, swimmy moment when you first get to your feet. For a few seconds, not enough blood is reaching your brain, and your balance suffers for it. If you stand up quickly and start walking right away, that is often the exact instant a fall begins. Then add to that the simple reason most of us are even up at that hour. The need to use the bathroom in the middle of the night becomes more common as we age. And there is often a sense of urgency that comes with it, a feeling that you need to get there quickly. So you move faster than you should. You move in the dark. You move before your body is fully awake and your legs are fully steady. Hurry, darkness, and grogginess are a dangerous combination, and the nighttime bathroom trip puts all three together. And there's one more layer. Many older adults take medication to help them sleep, or take a glass of something in the evening to relax, or simply go to bed a little dehydrated after a long day. Sleeping pills and sedatives can leave you groggy and unsteady long after you've gotten up. Dehydration can make that drop in blood pressure even worse. Each of these things, on its own, is small. But stacked together on the same dark night, they quietly raise the odds. Now here is the heart of what I want you to understand. The part that makes living alone different. Among people who care for the elderly, there is a phrase, the long lie. It describes what happens when a person falls, cannot get back up, and ends up lying on the floor for a long time before anyone finds them. Not minutes, sometimes hours, sometimes through the rest of the night and into the next day. And the long lie, more than the fall itself, is often what turns a stumble into a genuine emergency. Think about what those hours on a cold floor actually do to the body. You become dehydrated. Your body temperature begins to drop, especially on a hard floor in a cool house. The constant pressure on one part of the body, unable to shift, can begin to damage the skin and the muscle beneath it. Lying still for that long raises the risk of other complications too. And alongside all of that, there is something harder to measure but just as real, the fear. The helplessness of being on the floor, unable to reach the phone, calling out in a house where no one can hear you. People describe that experience as one of the most frightening of their lives, and very often, it isn't the injury from the fall that does the lasting harm. It's the time spent on the floor with no way to call for help. So that is the quiet danger. Not just falling, but falling alone, in the dark, with help out of reach. I know that is a heavy thing to sit with, but here is the good news, and I want you to hear it clearly. Almost all of this is preventable. Not with expensive equipment, not by giving up your independence, not by having someone move in with you. It's prevented with a handful of small, deliberate changes, most of which you can make this week, many of them tonight. So let's walk through them, one by one. The first and most powerful change is light. Your eyes need it, so give it to them. Place a small nightlight low to the ground in your bedroom, in the hallway, and in the bathroom. A continuous, gentle glow that maps out the path you take every night. Even better, use motion sensor lights that switch themselves on the moment you move, so you never take a single step in darkness. Keep a lamp or a flashlight within arm's reach of your bed, so the very first thing you can do when you wake is reach out and turn on the light before your feet ever touch the floor. Light is cheap, light is simple, and light prevents more nighttime falls than almost anything else you can do. The second change is to clear the runway. Walk the route from your bed to your bathroom in the daytime and look at it with fresh eyes. The eyes of someone half asleep in the dark. Those small throw rugs that slide? Roll them up and put them away, or tape them down securely. Electrical cords stretched across the floor. Move them against the wall. The stool, the laundry basket, the stack of books, the pair of shoes. Anything that lives in that pathway needs a new home. Your nighttime route should be a clear, open lane with nothing on the floor to catch a foot. And if you steady yourself on furniture as you walk, make sure that furniture is sturdy and won't slide or tip when you lean on it. The third change costs nothing at all, and it is one of my favorites, because it works against that lightheaded moment we talked about. When you wake up and need to get out of bed, do not spring up. Sit on the edge of the bed first. Put your feet flat on the floor and simply sit there calmly, while you count slowly to 10, or even to 20. You are giving your blood pressure time to catch up, time for the dizziness to pass, time for your body to fully wake. Only then do you stand. And when you stand, stand slowly. That one quiet pause, repeated every single night, can be the difference between a steady walk and a sudden fall. The fourth change is the one that speaks directly to living alone, and it may be the most important of all. You must keep a way to call for help within reach at every hour, including when you sleep. A phone left charging in the kitchen is no help to you on the bathroom floor at 3 in the morning. So keep your phone on the nightstand, right beside you. And seriously consider a medical alert device, the kind you wear as a pendant around your neck or as a band on your wrist, with a button you press to summon help. The good ones work even if you can't get to a phone, and some can even detect a fall on their own. Wear it day and night. The whole point of these tools is that the help is on your body, not across the room. Because the danger was never only the fall. The danger was being unable to reach anyone afterward, and this is how you erase that danger completely. The fifth change is to make the bathroom itself safer, since so many nighttime falls happen right there. Have grab bars installed beside the toilet and inside the shower, bolted firmly into the wall, not the flimsy suction cup kind. Put a non-slip mat on the floor where water collects. And if getting all the way to the bathroom is becoming difficult, especially at night, talk to your doctor about keeping a bedside commode in your room, so the long, dark walk isn't necessary at all. There is no shame in any of this. These are simply tools, the same way reading glasses are a tool. They exist so you can keep doing what you want to do, safely. The sixth change is about your feet. Bare feet slide. Loose slippers trip you and slip off at the worst moment. Socks alone on a smooth floor are like skating. So wear well-fitting non-slip slippers or grip socks, the kind with rubber treads on the bottom, whenever you're up and moving around the house, and especially at night. It is a tiny detail. It is also the only thing standing between your foot and the floor. The seventh change is one to bring to your doctor, so let me say this plainly. Please don't make medication decisions on your own. But do make an appointment to review everything you take. Some medications cause dizziness, drowsiness, or that drop in blood pressure we talked about, and sometimes the timing can be adjusted, or a safer option can be found. Ask specifically about anything that helps you sleep, and ask about staying properly hydrated through the day, because going to bed dehydrated makes those dizzy spells worse. Your doctor or pharmacist can look at the whole picture in a way that no video ever could. And the eighth change is, in some ways, the human heart of all of this. Set up a daily check-in. Arrange for someone, an adult child, a sibling, a neighbor, a good friend, to make contact with you at the same time every single day. A phone call each morning, a text you answer, a neighbor who watches for your kitchen light or your open curtains. The agreement is simple. If you don't answer, they come and check. This is the safety net underneath everything else. Because even if the very worst happens, the long lie cannot happen. Not for hours, not overnight. When there is a person in your life who will notice, that very day, that something is wrong. Now I want to say something to you directly, because I think you need to hear it. Doing these things does not mean you are frail. It does not mean you are old in some sad, helpless way. It means you are wise. It means you understand your own body and your own home, and you've decided to stay one step ahead of the risk instead of pretending it isn't there. The people who fall hardest are very often the ones who insist they are perfectly fine and refuse to make a single change. The people who keep their independence the longest are the ones who quietly, sensibly, prepare. Preparation is not weakness. Preparation is exactly how you go on living in your own home, on your own terms, for years to come. So tonight, before you go to bed, do just one thing from this list. Plug in a nightlight. Move the rug. Put your phone on the nightstand. Pick up the slippers with the grippy soles. Just one. And then tomorrow, do another. None of this has to happen all at once. It only has to begin. The quiet danger of the night loses almost all of its power the moment you stop ignoring it and start planning around it. Everything I've shared today is general guidance to help you think and to start a conversation. It is not a substitute for the advice of your own doctor, who knows your health and your history. So please, take these ideas to your next appointment and talk them through. If this was helpful to you, or to someone you love who lives alone, share it with them. It might be the conversation that prevents a very frightening night. And if you'd like more straightforward, caring guidance on staying safe, healthy, and independent as the years go on, consider subscribing so the next one finds its way to you. Take care of yourself tonight. Light your path, keep your phone close, and sleep a little easier knowing you have a plan.